shirt, bow tie.
Yeah, this is all our team. Let's try this works. Okay, great. So welcome, thanks for showing up today. We're representing Startup Tucson is our client, and actually one of the representatives from our client, Sharif Morgan, is here. So thanks for coming out. My name is Justin. This is Jim and Mark. We've got a fourth member of our team who is actually on a plane flying to Utah right now, so he couldn't make it. We apologize, but the three of us will carry the load. So Startup Tucson is our client. The project is actually a separate initiative called Collaborative Calendars, which kind of grew out of this organization's efforts. And the idea is to build, actually I should talk about our agenda. We'll talk about the background, the requirements for the project, our solution, and demo the prototype. So Startup Tucson, like I said, is a local nonprofit organization. And the idea behind the project is to build a event calendaring platform that allows other organizations, illustrated by this diagram here, to co-promote events very easily. So the idea is that if Startup Tucson is hosting an event, the Arizona Technology Council is hosting a different event, the Desert Angels Group is hosting a third event, instead of having only the event when you're promoting it show up on your own website, when you enter it into your own event calendar, instead it goes into a centralized database where it's sliced up, stored inside the database individually, and then partners can subscribe to these events if they are relevant, and they can agree to work together to co-promote these events. You can do it in this case around startup-related activities, so it might be technology, it might be business events. And you can pick other topic areas. It could go into a number of other areas. So it's built along the philosophy of collaborating between organizations and cross-promoting local events between organizations to help them build each other up and work more effectively together. It's built on a dynamic platform of customized calendars, which we'll be demoing in just a minute. But it also has basic functionality in the version we have for tagging events by topic, allowing for comments, reminders, and subscriptions to events by users. So not only it's got sort of three tiers. It's got the tier of an event, an organization creating an event for their website that gets dumped into this database. It has other events or other partners that can collaborate with them, and then users, consumers, who are going to go look and see what's going on in their community, in this sector, and discovering new events by the fact that you're not only, when you go to an event website to see what they're doing, you're seeing other organizations' events that are related. So I think I just talked past this slide. Startup Tucson, in this case, is the central node of startup events that are being hosted by, whether it's Startup Tucson or a downtown Tucson partnership or the Arizona Technology Council. All of these events will show up on Startup Tucson's website, but they'll also be showing up on the Arizona Center for Innovation's website, the Tucson Digital Arts Community's website. So the information is being spread across a number of organizations, and eyeballs are being captured in ways that they weren't able to before.
All right, thanks, Justin. So I'm going to give kind of a 10,000-foot overview of what the system does and how it does it, and then Jim's going to give a demonstration that really drills into it and illustrates these points a little bit in a little bit more depth. So first, the key elements here, we start with events. Events, exactly what it sounds like. It's something that's going on, it has a location, it has a date and a time, it has a partner group that's associated with it. This is nothing special, nothing new. There are calendaring products that will do this all over the place. Where we start to add a little bit more value is in the idea of having separate calendars for separate partners. It adds a little bit more metadata to the event. So you can have purely social events, you can have events that are technology-based, you can break it up into all these subcategories to make things a little bit easier to sort and find. Of course, we have users, so any anonymous user can come to the website and get some basic functionality, but there's two areas in which having a username and a password into the system really pays dividends. One, a user can add their own custom dynamic calendars, which I'll talk a little bit more in depth in just a second. Users can also set up reminders, so if they say, I want to attend this event, they can get an email 30 minutes before, an hour before, a day before. They can get reminder emails about these events they want to attend. The second reason being a user is important, or actually necessary, is if you are an administrator for one of these partner organizations, you have to log in to be able to add events, edit events, delete, change, things like that. Locations, of course, is just a table full of locations that events may take place in. But the real value add that collaborative calendars brings is in this concept of dynamic calendars. So either users or partner organizations can go in and create one of these dynamic calendars that say has events from a number of different partners or on specific topics such as technology or Linux or database, or also with certain keywords. So a user who really likes cupcakes could say, any event that has anything to do with cupcakes, I'm showing up because I want to eat some cupcakes. The way partners would use this is to say, Startup Tucson is going to partner with the Desert Angels and the Arizona Innovation Center, and then they would be able to kind of share this calendar and all post the same collaborative dynamic calendar on each of their websites. Now, I'm not going to bore you guys with the ERD eye chart. This is kind of a very simplified version of the database. If you want to see the actual ERD, I think Jim can bring that up at the conclusion of the presentation. But basically, we have two main sections here. We have events, which have locations, topics, associated calendars, and a partner that's associated with them. And then we have users. So you see a user can create their own dynamic calendar with a subscription. Users can comment, registered users can comment on events, set up these reminders to get the emails prior to the event. And of course, like I mentioned before, a user that is associated with the partner has some level of permissions, be it administrative to change anything about an event, or just to add or just to modify. So with that, I think Jim's going to give a quick demo of how the site actually works.
Definitely. All right, let's see if we can make this as readable as possible. So here's the landing page of the website. You can see here we have different events listed with the location, the partner, the calendar, different information. So this is pulled directly from the data. If I go ahead and click on cupcake tasting, it'll pull up all the information for that specific event, pulling from all the different tables. It will also dynamically create this Bing map based on the location data provided. So this isn't just a static pictures. Anytime you edit the location, this map will be updated. We also have comments down at the bottom. And if I'm going to go ahead and just register for this site as if I was a new user. So once I register, I have that additional functionality that we talked about. I can now, for this event, cupcake tasting, I can now scroll down, I can comment on this event. This sounds terrible. I'll submit that. And so I created the comment. It doesn't show up yet because it hasn't been moderated. I'll say this sounds great. And I'll submit it. And because I'm really interested in it, I'm also going to come down, I'm going to create a reminder, email me 1 hour before the event. And I'll create that reminder. So now if I come to my reminders here on the left-hand side of the page, I can see all the different reminders that I've set up. So if I really don't want to be bothered about cupcake tasting, I can go ahead, delete that reminder, and it's gone. Now, this custom calendar is the dynamic calendar which we talked about. That custom calendar sounded a little bit more friendly for our user population. So I'm going to call this my yummy food. That's my custom calendar. And this next screen will essentially allow me to create my own personal view into the event table. So I can add topics like food. Everything about food I want to know about. So now if I click on my custom calendar, it will show me the events that match that criteria. So you can see topics or food, topics, food. Everything upcoming with the topic listed as food will be listed on that calendar. I can go ahead and edit it. if I wanted to make it just, if I say I wanted to be food or Big Biz Tucson, I can go ahead and add that, and it will dynamically update this list. So you can see this topic is music, but because I selected Big Biz Tucson, that partnership now shows up. So each of these custom calendars has a unique feed URL. Essentially, this could be published to anybody. For example, a WordPress plugin. We can point it to this specific URL, and it can pull in these events dynamically. So this could be shared across any number of organizations. Now I'm going to log out and just show some of the administrative functions. You see a few more options show up. It's dynamically reading that I'm a system administrator. So this menu here on the left doesn't show up for a regular user that doesn't have elevated permissions. You can see that I have comments requiring moderation. So I can come here and see what people commented. So obviously the one that this sounds terrible, I'm just going to go ahead and leave that comment. No free speech on collaborative calendars. And this sounds great, yeah, let's go ahead and improve that one. So if I come to the homepage again, go to cupcake tasting, you'll see that Zoom functionality works. Jerry's comment now shows up just fine. So again, I can create an event. Let's call it Twinkie Night. Because we all love Twinkie Night. So I'll set it for tomorrow. I'm going to say this is about food. I'm going to post it to this calendar. And I'm just going to use the existing location of Calendar Hall. And go ahead and create it. Again, dynamically creates the map. Come to the home page. Twinkie Night shows up. We also included search functionality. So if I want to search for everything that has Twinkie in the name, I go ahead and search the found Twinkie Night for me. So it's full text search. If I want to find everything in McClellan Hall, it'll show me all the events that match that location. So it just makes it easy to find information. Try to make the search as simple as possible and most effective. So there's more functionality under the covers, but I think we've hit the highlights. Hopefully I didn't click it on too quickly. We think this system is effective now. The underlying database schema and the site, everything works. We've also built a platform that can be extended just by modifying the application logic, adding new pages that do additional queries on the existing data. But we think it's a solid platform to go forward with. So are there any questions?
This is very nice. Actually, I think I see potential for this one. Maybe we can talk afterwards. Yeah, this is good. So, Justin, can you answer your own question? Did you guys use any existing tool to do this, or is it just totally based on Oracle?
This is it's not Oracle.
It's PHP.
PHP MySQL.
MySQL, yeah.
Okay.
Which is probably the platform that Startup Tucson or Collaborative Calendars would build off of.
Okay. So you did it off of actually off of the database platform. There's
Yeah.
no
Nothing.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
That's called a LAM architecture, actually. So yeah, good. Okay.
Right.
All right. Thank you. Do you guys have any quick questions?
Can you just tell us something about your database design?
I didn't ask, but you guys, why don't you set up
The next group.
What about the design of the DR diagram?
We have the ER.
Yeah.
I guess I can't really show it without giving them control. I don't even know if you'll be able to see this, honestly. We have about 13 tables, a few associative entities. Yeah, that's probably, I can.
You can print it out and talk about it afterwards.
Why don't you show him after?
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll have to get back to the regular computer.